Well, hello, everyone. Hi there. This is Anna, your mentor for today, your English mentor for today. I'm so happy to see so many people saying hi in the chat. And of course, I'm super excited about today's webinar. Today, we're going to speak about how to level up your English in 2024. I know if you're here, it means that you're still working on your goal. You're still not perfect, but I would like to congratulate you, right? I want to give you a shout out because you're here. It means that you will nail it, right? You will become successful. You will nail it. To become successful, you will nail it in 2024. So let's get down to business, right? Let's get the ball rolling, as they say in English. And today I have a lot of information prepared for you. So I am only hoping that we will have enough time for everything. So please get ready. It's going to be today. We're going to study with you for 1 hour, but it's going to be a phenomenal hour for you. Okay. Because in this 1 hour, you will learn probably more than in 10 lessons of your 10 lessons with your English teacher. Right. So let's get the ball rolling. Right? Let's start. And first of all, I would like to tell you that you're here to practice English. That is why, please make sure you write everything in English, because every time you write even one word in English, you are practicing English and you're becoming one step closer to your goal. And your goal is to become fluent, right? And to level up your English in 2024. So that's why, please be active, because even this one word in the chat or one sentence in the chat will make a big difference for you in the long run. So today's agenda is we will cover all aspects of English in just 1 hour. Vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, speaking, listening, writing, and even soft skills. So today you will learn 20 modern words and phrases for work, for your IT job, right? We will talk about 5 most important grammar hacks. We will fix your pronunciation mistakes, and this is my favorite part. And I will share with you how to practice speaking actually without a teacher, without English courses, without English lessons. I will share my personal tips that I have been using in my life and that actually work. And also I will share with you top soft skills to master in 2024. And if you don't know what soft skills means, please stay till the end of the webinar. But also at the end of the webinar, guys, I will share with you a roadmap. What is a roadmap? A roadmap means a plan. I will share with you a plan how you can level up your English in 2024. But before we dive into all this, I would like to share with you a few rules that you should follow during this webinar. First of all, of course, be nice, be polite. Please, no spamming, okay? No spamming, and English only. Write in English only in the chat, because this is for you. This is the way to practice, okay? This is an opportunity to practice. Also, I want you to take a notebook or a piece of paper, and I want you to write down new words, or you can write them down on your phone, or I don't know, in the chat. Write down all the new words and expressions that you actually learned during the webinar, because I will ask you at the end of the webinar how many you have learned, and I'm pretty sure you will learn quite a few. Be active in the chat, because like I said, this is your opportunity to practice and to become more fluent. And like I said, only English, please, okay? Only English. And of course, if you guys don't know me, by the way, tell me please. Okay, I have a few questions before I move forward. First of all, have we met before? Have you met me before? Have we met before? Have you been to my webinars before? Or have you taken my courses before? Please let me know in the chat if this is your first time or not your first time, okay? Is this your first time with me watching my webinar, or this is not your first time? First time. Okay. Hi, first timers. Hi, first timers. And also hello, non-first timers. I'm super happy to have you on board. And for those of you who are first timers, A few words about me. I'm Anna Gandrabura. I'm originally from Ukraine, but I live in the United States, in Miami, in beautiful Miami, sunny Miami, but today is not sunny. Anyways, I have been an English teacher since long time ago, 15 plus years at this point, okay? And I have founded English for IT. This is a unique language school that caters to IT professionals. We help IT professionals improve their English and communication skills. I have also become a social media influencer. Please feel free to follow me on Instagram, and please feel free to follow English for IT on Instagram. So 2 follows, please. When you follow me and English for IT, send a message in DM and say that you are from the webinar, and we will share a little gift for you, okay? So follow me and English for IT. And yeah, so another thing that I love doing, I love public speaking like this. I love public speaking because I like sharing my knowledge, and I like motivating other people to achieve their goals. So hopefully today you will get a lot of motivation and you will be able to achieve your main goal, is becoming fluent in English. By the way, I have another question for you. I told you I have several questions. So another question, what's your level of English? You can see the question in the chat right now. What's your level of English? Can you please vote so that I know? Okay, I can see that the majority of people here are in the intermediate zone. We have a little bit of elementary, but most of the people are pre-intermediate, intermediate, upper intermediate. We even have some advanced students. Wow, bravo, congratulations. But I'm happy that you're here because you want to improve, right? This is the main point. So today's webinar will be perfect for all levels, because every level will find something useful. You will learn something new, you will learn something useful, and also you will understand where to go, where to move to next, right? Because like I said, at the end of the webinar, that's why please stay till the end, I will tell you what's next for you, for each of your levels, right? Whether you are beginner, pre-intermediate, or intermediate. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Now I feel so much better because I feel that I know you guys so much better. All right, so let's get started here. So I want to know if this is something that you find familiar. I mean, the reason you are here is because you want to improve, right? I mean, I'm happy that some of you are advanced, some of you are upper intermediate, some of you are intermediates. However, you still came here because you want to become better. And I love this, and thank you for this, and thank yourself for wanting to improve. Appreciate yourself for a little bit, right? So, however, you are here because you might feel stuck, right? Do you feel that your English has been stuck at the same level? Like you're intermediate, you've been intermediate forever. You want to break free, right? You want to break free this intermediate zone, from this intermediate zone. Or maybe you have the feeling that everything you learn is like so easy, or on the opposite, everything you learn is so hard. Like you get this English textbook and everything in this book is really hard, or it's super easy, right? Is this something that you experience or not? Or maybe you go to a job interview, however people tell you no, people reject you, and you wonder why. And the reason why is probably either your level of English, or maybe it's not English, maybe it's your soft skills. Like they say, your communication skills are not good, or they don't match our requirements. So if this is something that is familiar, let me know in the chat. If it's the 1, 2, or 3, what do you experience? Like what's your experience? What are you living through here? Because I'm pretty sure this should be familiar to a lot of people. I will try to tackle that. By the way, new word for you, to tackle something. And my assistant probably will write this word in the chat so that you can write it down in your notebook as well. To tackle something means to solve something, to tackle a problem, to solve a problem, yeah? So remember, guys, if you want to upgrade your English to the next level, and if we're talking about vocabulary, this is number 1 on our list. It's all about what? It's all about synonyms. The more synonyms you know, the more ways to express your thought you know, the higher your level becomes. So for example, if you already know the expression solve a problem is great, it means that your level is intermediate. But if you can say the same phrase, solve a problem, in different words, for example, tackle a problem, then we can talk about upper intermediate. Are you following me? Again, are you following me is another way to say, do you understand me, right? Do you understand me is basic. It's elementary, it's pre-intermediate. Are you following me is a more advanced way to say, do you understand? And this is how I teach English, actually. So if you don't know me, this is how I teach English. I teach English through real examples, through synonyms, because like I said, the more of true examples, the more synonyms you know, the better you become. So let's start with the number one in my agenda, vocabulary, right? But this is what we're going to talk about today. So get ready. Grammar, pronunciation, listening, speaking, writing, everything. So vocabulary, like I promised you, 20 modern words and phrases for work. Please get ready for this. But like I also said just right now, that learning vocabulary is best when you learn it from real life, right? And one of my favorite ways to teach vocabulary is to take real content that we have a lot of around us. Obviously, we have social media. I personally love Twitter because when I teach English for IT, Twitter is the place where you can find all necessary vocabulary that you will come across as a tech professional in your day-to-day communication at work. So for example, look at this one. Somewhere in the world, a developer is heading into 2024. By the way, oh my God, I'm really sorry. Happy New Year. Happy New You, right? A developer is heading into 2024 with an unresolved bug from 2023. Now here we have only one sentence, but we already can learn two phrases. The first phrase is head into. To head somewhere or to head into 2024 means to go. And again, if you want to sound more advanced and more like a native speaker, say head instead of go. For example, I can say I'm going to the supermarket, or I can say I'm heading to the supermarket. You see, so like, I'm not saying that you can't say I'm going to the supermarket, but you should know the alternatives, you know? And another phrase is unresolved bug, right? So unresolved bug, again, if you are learning English for IT, you want to learn specific collocations, specific expressions that you can use at work. And this is one of them. Resolved bug, it means fixed bug, right? Unresolved bug, it's non-fixed bug. So again, it's all about synonyms, guys. So please learn them. Another example, and this is actually comes from our personal chat, because, you know, at English for IT, we work with native speakers, native English speakers. And, you know, when you work in tech, not all communication is going to be super formal. Some communication is going to be quite informal. And I will talk about tone of voice and style of communication in a minute, but this is what, you know, we can learn from informal work communication in group chats or in personal chats. Let me think on it. Let me, conversational. Think on it is the same as sleep on it. Like, let me think about it. But another way, more conversational, is think on it. And come up with, now this is a phrasal verb. We love phrasal verbs in IT and in English in general. Come up with means to think of an idea, right? So instead of saying, let me create an idea or let me think of an idea, you should say, let me come up with an idea. In the morning, going to Z now. Go to Z, this is an idiom. It means go to sleep, yeah? Going to get some sleep. To Z means to sleep, but this is slang, right? Again, this person used to use this style of language because they are talking to a colleague, right? Not to a client. Now, how you can improve your vocabulary to this advanced level? Like I said, synonyms, right? Synonyms is everything. So let's practice right now, because today I want us to practice too. So we have a basic expression, in addition. What is going to be the advanced version of this expression? Can you give me an advanced synonym? Please. Can you give me an advanced synonym to in addition? And please share it in the chat. Share it in the chat. Yep, share it in the chat. Moreover, okay, what else? Furthermore, to sum up, let's see. My idea is on top of that. Of course, there might be more synonyms than one. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that your suggestions are wrong. I picked this one. In addition, on top of that, right? For example, they offered him a job. On top of that, they also offered to help with the relocation, right? So on top of that is a more advanced way to say in addition. And you know what? I am the best teacher. Well, what can I say? I am the best teacher because I have prepared 20 advanced phrases that you can use at work as a tech professional. Do you want these phrases? Do you want a list of these phrases or not? You have a basic phrase, you will have an advanced phrase, and you will have an example. Tell me, raise your hands. I mean, don't raise your hands, but like, let me know in the chat with the plus or yes, and you will get the checklist. Yes, amazing. So in the chat, you will find this PDF, so feel free to download it. It's only for you guys. I'm not sharing this list anywhere else. So please, if you want to share this list with other people, tell them about me and English for IT, okay? Because I prepared it only for our webinar. So please, this is what you need. This is going to be your homework, okay? Your homework is to study this list and learn advanced versions of basic expressions and words. Sounds good? Sounds amazing. I think so. So, and you know, when people come to me, they say like, we don't understand native speakers, but we understand our English teachers or something like this. Well, first of all, I can tell you that sometimes it's hard to understand native English speakers because you're not familiar with the person, right? You see this person for the first time. They have a specific, maybe they might have a specific accent. They might, you know, come from like certain area of the United States or Great Britain. So it's hard to understand that. This is fine. The more you speak with the person, the more you will understand them. However, sometimes it's also hard to understand native English speakers because they use specific cliche phrases, just like the phrases you will find in the list that I prepared for you. So it's going to be easier for you now to understand native English speakers. Also, if you want to understand native speakers better, you need to learn a vocabulary from authentic resources. Authentic resources means resources that are created by native speakers, not by other English teachers, for example, right? And another thing that will help you understand native English speakers better is if you think about learning English, not just like about learning English, but you think about learning English as an opportunity to improve your life, to improve your career, to improve your life, to improve your lifestyle in general. So this is why, actually, this is the reason why sometimes, or even a lot of times, people can't learn English because your end goal is wrong. Your end goal is not improve your speaking. Your end goal is not improve your grammar. Your end goal is not learn 50 new words. Your end goal is improve your life with English, improve your lifestyle in English. So if you have this goal in mind, you know, you will understand that English is so much more than grammar. It's your lifestyle. So definitely you will be more motivated to learn it. Now, tell me, please, are you keeping up? By the way, do you know this word? Keep up. Keep up, to be on the same level, to have the same pace, yeah, to have the same speed. So to keep up, it means keep up with me. Are you keeping up with me? Are you keeping up with this presentation? How many phrases, by the way, how many phrases have you written down in your notebook? Are you writing phrases down or not from the presentation, from what I say? This is very important, okay? This is very important that we do it. Moving on to pronunciation. Yes, keep up on the same level. Pronunciation mistakes that make natives cringe. Well, this is kind of like international word right now, yeah, but cringe, it means like ugh, like this, like literal meaning means like, oh, I'm cringing, you know. So I don't like something, right? So that they don't like something, right? So pronunciation bugs. I see that you guys are rocking it. You guys are amazing. 8, 11, 9 new words. I love this. Keep it up. By the way, this is another phrase for you. Keep it up. It means continue doing a good job, right? Keep it up. Keep up the good work. This is a full phrase. Keep up the good work, or keep it up. Continue doing what you're doing because you're doing it great. So pronunciation. Okay, so pronunciation bugs that make native speakers cringe. First of all, where do you work? You work in tech, not tech. Please don't say tech, it's wrong. Believe it or not, but even people with upper intermediate English say this word incorrectly. So it's tech. By the way, this is your pronunciation lesson, so repeat after me, okay? Tech, technology, technical, technique, Logitech, right? The name of the company that probably a lot of people are using. Word number 2, launch. It's not lounge, it's launch. It's launch. In American English, the word, I mean, the sound is going to be like something between O and A, but it's not low, it's launch. Yeah, we're launching a product, or we're launching a project. Next one is or. Again, it's not ow, it's or. And the reason why, because in English, if 2 letters A and U are together, they make one sound. It's sound or. Automate, automobile, authentication, author, and so on and so forth. Next one is months, right? Like here, months. So you have th and you have s. This is one thing, but also you have month. It's not months, right? It's month. Next one is recruiter. Recruiter, the problem in this word is with the stress. A lot of people say recruiter. No, it's wrong. You should say recruiter, right? So repeat after me, recruiter. Great. Next one is company. So it's not company. So we don't say company. We say company. This is like a short, like a sound. Company. Now I'm pretty sure you are surprised with this word, right? Company. Tell me please in the chat if you say this word as company or company. Be honest with me and let me know in the chat. Is it company for you or company? And finally, this is a very difficult word for a lot of people. I can tell you this. It's Europe, right? Europe. It's Europe and European. Now, European is difficult because everyone says this word incorrectly because of the wrong stress. So it's not European, it's not something else, it's European. So European. All right, awesome. Well, I'm glad that now you were able to fix this mistakes. However, I have a quick tip for you regarding your pronunciation. If you're not sure how to pronounce a certain word, don't worry, just Google it. You have to, and this is what I do as well. I go to Google. By the way, guys, I'm learning Spanish, so I use this technique as well. By the way, when I'm learning Spanish, I am using the same life hacks that I'm sharing with you. And, so trust me, all these life hacks are working because I'm using them myself when learning a foreign language, right? So if you're not sure how the word is pronounced or you want to check yourself, just go to google.com and in the search bar, you type in the word and next to the word you say pronunciation, and Google will give you how to pronounce this word. And actually Google will also suggest British or American pronunciation. So for example, if you're not sure how to say the word authentication, Authentication, this is what you do, and this is how you read it, and you can listen to how the robot is pronouncing it as well. So please don't be lazy. The only thing is not to be lazy. Don't be lazy and Google the pronunciation of difficult words or words that you're not sure how to pronounce. Now let's talk about grammar. Wow, this is going to be a very important piece of information here. 5 grammar hacks for tech professionals. Now, first of all, is I want to address the Chat GPT issue. Well, I'm pretty sure. Are you guys using Chat GPT? By the way, tell me in the chat. Are you using Chat GPT or not? Who is using Chat GPT? Who is using Chat GPT? Using ChatGPT, for example, to write emails or to do like some work tasks. What are you doing? Like, are you using it's great. I use ChatGPT all the time. It's great. However, using ChatGPT, relying that ChatGPT is going to substitute your English knowledge is wrong. Because, for example, this is a true example. I asked ChatGPT to write an email as a response. So I was invited to be on a podcast, and I needed to write a response. And this is what ChatGPT wrote. And you can see like it starts with "Dear Kashif," and I'm like, we never say "dear" when we write emails in IT, right? This is wrong. Like, we don't say "dear," never, like ever. I have never seen a person in IT writing "dear," only people who don't speak good English. And then the real email that I wrote, and here is the difference. The real email that I wrote is short, and the style of my writing is proper for the communication that I have with the person. Because the first email with ChatGPT is not good for me because it is super formal and I already know the person. Like, we use "dear" when we don't know the person, but even in IT we don't use "dear." We still say "hello." We will use "dear" in like other, maybe like banking systems and things like that, like government institutions and things like that. In my case, I need a semi-formal style. And that is why using ChatGPT, you still have to be aware what you need to write or what you need to say. That is why using ChatGPT without understanding what it gives you is not a good idea, because I have already been told so many stories where people use ChatGPT to generate emails for them. And when they send these emails, they had problems because people were like, what is this? Like, this is like stupid. Like, you don't write things like this, because ChatGPT ends up using like, crazy collocations, expressions and things like that. So this is not good at all. That is why using ChatGPT to help you is fine, but you are the boss. You have to understand what it tells you, right? You have to make it, you are the one to make the decision here. So that is why here for your notebook, so let me just like my email here. Great to hear from you. This is like, it is great to hear from you. It's a nice phrase to start your email. Another phrase that I want you to write down is, I will be delighted to join. Delighted is another way to say I'll be happy to join. So if you don't want to say I'll be happy to do something all the time, use the word delighted, because delighted is a more advanced way to say happy. And it is really popular for business communication. And of course, if you still don't know, or you couldn't remember, that look forward to is always followed by gerund, by the verb with the ing form. Please write it down. Look forward to getting more details, or look forward to speaking with you soon, or look forward to hearing from you soon. So that's it. So be careful with ChatGPT. This is hack, the number one, yeah, so to speak. Well, 5 grammar hacks that I want to talk about today. First of all, I want you, if you want to improve grammar, stop learning only tenses. You need to learn grammar phrases, fixed grammar phrases. If you want to improve your grammar, I want you to focus on 8 fundamental tenses, and I will tell you what they are in a minute, okay? Also, like we just said with ChatGPT, I want you to understand the tone of voice in communication. formal versus informal versus semi-formal. Yeah, there are three styles of communication: formal, semi-formal, and informal. Another hack I want to share with you, hacks about articles, because everyone seems to have problems with articles. Do you have problems with articles? And most importantly, another hack that I want you to know is learning grammar from real life cases. This is important because learning grammar from textbooks is good, but not great. But learning grammar from real life cases and real life scenarios is great. So, do you want good or great? Tell me, what's your strategy in life? To be good or to be great? What is your strategy? I definitely want you to be great. So here we go. Going to being great. Like I said, learn grammar phrases, not just words, right? For example, what I mean by grammar phrase, I mean a phrase like I am used to, right? I am used to, or to be used to, is grammar. It's a fixed grammar construction that can be used in any tense. But do you know how to use it? Oh, I like it. I want to be perfect. Well, perfect is dangerous, by the way. If you try to be perfect, you are risking to be unsatisfied a lot of times, because perfect is dangerous. But I think great is good. Great is good. But anyway, thanks for sharing. So used to, I'm used to, right? When you say I'm used to learning English with a teacher, but I want to try something new, right? So grammar constructions like this, or I'm used to sleeping late, but I want to start waking up early, right? So do you know how to use such constructions? Well, if you don't, you need to focus on such constructions, because they will help you, first of all, sound more like a native speaker, and they will help you get to this next level, right? Because like I said, if you are now in the intermediate zone and you want to go to the next level, you need to figure this out. And learning these grammar phrases will definitely help you. And you know what? A few months ago, I released a phrase book with the top 30 phrases and top 300 examples of how to use such phrases. So if you're interested, say yes in the chat, and I will share the information with those who are interested in getting this phrase book later, okay? Moving on to now grammar tenses. Like I said, you know, guys, 80% or maybe even 90%, but like 80% at least of what we say in English, we say it using very simple tenses. We use two tenses: present simple and past simple. That's it. It's 80%. That is why if you make mistakes using present simple and past simple, you need to fix it, okay? Please remember to use does, did, do, as you know, as you have to. So technically, master these simple tenses. Master continuous tenses, right? Because they will be necessary for these other 20% of communication, right? So 80% of communication is simple tenses. 20% of communication is more complex, right? Tenses like continuous tenses or perfect tenses as well, right? So learn these tenses and grammar phrases, right? Grammar constructions and grammar phrases, and you will be just fine. I'm telling you, you will be just fine. Next, so imagine you have already mastered these 8 grammar tenses, and you have learned 30 fixed grammar phrases. Now you need to be aware of your tone of voice. What is tone of voice? For example, are you going to say, when you're talking to a client, like let's role play the situation. You're talking to a client. Are you going to say, do you want me to review the requirements, or you want me to review the requirements, or would you like me to review the requirements? Which phrase are you going to use when speaking to a client? Would you like, do you want, or you want? This is so interesting. Thank you so much. Yeah, this is the killer. Another word for your notebook. This is a killer webinar. This webinar is a killer webinar. Please post it in your stories and tag me saying this phrase, and you will remember this phrase forever, and you will be able to use this phrase anytime. This is a killer webinar. All right, now getting back to our grammar. So tone of voice. Of course, speaking to a client, you need to be formal and you need to be polite. So would you like, right? Semi-formal is with your colleague, right? When you're talking to your colleague, do you want me, right? But also like in English, still you want to say, would you like me when speaking to colleagues? Because generally in English, if you want to ask someone to do something when you're making requests, you need to be extra polite, yeah? And you want me to review requirements, this is going to be informal. This is usually for your friends and family communication. But sometimes, again, if you work with someone and your friends at work, you can be, you want me to like in some quick communication, you can do that as well. So be aware of your tone of voice, honestly, and use appropriate tone of voice in communication. And this is very important in IT, by the way, like I said, because sometimes I receive emails from non-native English speakers, and I can see that part of the beginning of the email is polite and the end of the email is friendly, like friends. And I'm like, oh my God, it could have been perfect. You must take my course to be able to understand how to use a proper tone of voice. So that's something to master. Like I said, again, if you want to get to that next level, this is something to take into account. Now let's talk about articles. Actually, this is one of articles, of course, for non-native English speakers is it's a tough subject, right? And another synonym, tough, means difficult. Native speakers say tough actually even more often than difficult. So you can say tough as well. So it's a tough topic here. But here are the most common patterns to remember. And I actually used to make these mistakes myself. And you know how I learned? I was writing a lot of emails in English, and in emails you have autocorrect, yeah? So, or spell checker, or no, well, grammar checker, right? And my grammar checker was correcting my mistakes, so I would skip the articles. Like, for example, I will reach out to QA team. No, I will reach out to the QA team, the marketing team, the development team. So please write it down and don't make this mistake. I work in tech industry. No, I work in the tech industry. I work in the banking industry and things like that. He's a full stack developer. You see, it's hard for me to to say it wrong. He is a full stack developer, right? So articles are, so here's a good question. Why are articles so important? So articles are important because if you don't use them, your sentence sounds grammatically incorrectly. So imagine if a foreigner speaks your language, right? So for example, if a foreigner speaks Ukrainian and they say the ending of the word wrong, is it a problem? Well, no, you can still understand them, but does it sound good to you? Like if you speak like this at work all the time? Not really. Imagine if someone speaks Spanish. I mean, if a foreigner speaks Spanish, like I'm going to speak Spanish. Oh my God, you don't want to hear me speaking Spanish because I'm elementary right now. But if I try to say something in Spanish, like yesterday, for example, I was learning Spanish and I was creating sentences in Spanish, and I would say, again, ending, I would say, instead of saying hablo español, I would say habla, like about me. So like things like this, they are going to be annoying. So why don't you just learn the correct ones, right? So this is your chance here. And like I said, another grammar hack is to learn grammar through real life situations, through real life cases. That's why, guys, in my courses, have I told you that I'm a course creator? The new ones, the new people here watching this webinar, I'm a course creator. So I create courses from scratch. So when I create courses, of course, I don't use textbooks creating courses, but what I use real life examples. So for example, creating the English for Tech course, I took real examples from life, and I am teaching grammar through these real examples. For example, here is an example of a video lesson where we are analyzing an email written to business analyst by a UX designer, clarifying some questions, and this is how we learn grammar from a real example. But I will tell you about these cases in a little bit. I want now to focus on talking about speaking, how to find opportunities to speak, to practice speaking anywhere. Because tell me please, please, if you find it difficult to practice speaking. Like, for example, you think that, oh my God, I have nobody to speak to. Who am I going to speak to? How am I going to practice English? Is this your problem? Is practicing speaking difficult for you? Let me know in the chat, because honestly, like I said, I'm so happy that, I love languages, because I can share with you my experience. My English is like a native speaker's level. So technically, I can't share much about my learning experience, because this is my life now, right? But I'm learning Spanish, so I can tell you the same thing, how I am practicing. Well, first of all, avoiding speaking. I see Victor is saying avoiding speaking. This is a mistake number one. I should change my presentation. Victor, thank you so much. I will change my presentation. Yes, well, avoiding speaking, this is a number one thing that you should never, ever do. Because if you avoid something, it means you will never get better at this thing. So if you avoid speaking, unfortunately, I'm sorry, but I can't promise anything. I can't promise anything, right? So you need to seek. Seek, it means look for. Another synonym for you, to look for something, to look for opportunities, to seek opportunities, right? Speak to yourself. This is what I do. I speak Spanish to myself. I record myself on my phone, right? And actually, this is what we ask. This is what we at English for IT ask our students to do, to record their answers on our beautifully designed platform, so that you can practice English, speaking English every day. What do you guys do? All right, so you can speak to yourself, and this is great, because actually it's not speaking to yourself, because when I record myself on camera, I'm not speaking to myself. I'm speaking to somebody else who is behind the screen. Even there is no person now there, but our brain thinks you are speaking in public. So you technically tricking your brain, because your brain thinks you are speaking in public, and there is audience. Reading aloud also helps. Reading aloud, for example, it helps with pronunciation and become more confident saying difficult words, or just words in general. I see that some of you are sharing in the chat that when I start, Elena is saying, when I start speaking, I get stuck and I feel shy to continue. Yes, this is a problem too, but you have to remember that this happens because you're thinking about judgment. So we all have, not only you, of course, but like we all have a fear of judgment. Fear of judgment, it means we are afraid what other people will think about us. So when we start speaking and then we stumble, get stuck, stumble, it's like I say something like, I stumble, right? And then we stumble, and then we think, oh my God, they're going to think that I'm stupid. They're going to think that like I said something wrong. But you know what? People don't think about you, honey. People think about themselves. And when you say something and you mispronounce something, or you made a mistake, or you forgot a word, they are not thinking you're stupid. They just waiting for you to continue. That's all they think. But we think that they think, oh my God, it's too complicated, you know? Right. So that's what's happening. So we really need to, number one, we need to get rid of fears, fear of judgment, fear of making mistakes, and fear of public speaking, right? And actually recording yourself, recording your voice, and recording yourself on camera will help you get rid of these fears. So try it And I'm super happy that students who join my courses, they are able to fight these fears because we have this feature inbuilt on the platform. And like I said previously, speak in work meetings, don't avoid speaking English, because you have an opportunity to speak English all the time. You're just avoiding this opportunity. And another thing that will help you improve your speaking is feedback, because receiving feedback means growth. And when I say feedback, I mean when you speak and if you want to improve your speaking, if you can get feedback about your speaking, this will be great. And this is what we do at English for IT, for example. You record yourself and then you get feedback from our mentors, telling you what you said good, what was wrong, what you need to improve. If any of our mentors are in the chat, say hi in the chat. I think I saw some of the mentors in the chat. Right, so, but the bottom line means, to sum it up, right? The most important thing. So the bottom line is you need to seek speaking opportunities, practice speaking on your own, practice speaking with other people, stop avoiding speaking, and seek feedback from other people. Let's talk about soft skills. Which soft skills you need to master in 2024? First of all, soft skills are the skills that are transferable, right? So for example, all sorts of communication skills are soft skills. And the reason why soft skills are so important, like for example, if you are a software engineer, coding is your hard skill, right? So look at this picture here, T-shape, right? So I don't know if you heard about this term, T-shaped professionals, but top tech companies and generally tech companies in general, they are looking for T-shaped professionals. Who are they, these T-shaped professionals? Well, the T consists of two parts. The vertical part is your hard skill. So it's your ability to code, for example, or I don't know, to look for bugs and things like that, right? Anything. And your horizontal bar is your soft skills. Soft skills are those transferable skills, communication skills that help you to collaborate with other people, right? And they are applicable to any profession. So it doesn't matter what your job is. You still have to upgrade your soft skills. And what the most important soft skills to upgrade in 2024, again, this information I have taken from sources in the United States, what the United States companies are looking for. And I'm pretty sure we all want to work with the top American companies. So soft skills that employers are looking for are communication skills, communicating with different cultures. For example, this webinar, I think people from all over the world are watching this webinar, right? People from Europe, at least I saw, people from Latin America, people from the United States. So communicating with different cultures, with different teams, that's what they want you to be able to do successfully. Another feedback, your ability to ask for feedback, to give feedback, and to react to feedback. Coachability. Now, this is a very important skill. Coachability, it's your ability to learn new things, because sometimes people think, oh, I already know everything, like I don't need to improve, like I know how to code, this is it. No, coachability is your ability to improve yourself. It's your ability, it's you being a lifelong learner. Now, this is a good phrase, please write it down, a lifelong learner. And you should, write it and put it on the wall. I am a lifelong learner. It means I am seeking improvement. I am seeking learning opportunities. And another very important skill that you need to practice is adaptability. To be able to adapt to situations, to be able to adapt to changes in life, at work, on the project, on the team, to be able to adapt your communication style. Do you want to be more formal or do you want to be informal? These things are really, really important to keep in mind. And and another one is, of course, like culture. Cultural things are really important. You have to understand how to work with people from different cultures. For example, when you when you start working with the American colleagues, right? And you know, like Americans are very punctual, but like when you start working with colleagues from Latin America, the punctuality is more relaxed in this culture, right? Or for example, you work with the British, and the Brits are, when they speak, they use dry humor, and sometimes it's not clear what, like, are they serious or they're not serious. That is why it's really important to understand the culture of communication on the team. If you have teams from Europe, from Latin America, from the United States, from Asia, and things like that. So this is all really important, and these are soft skills. And you know what? When learning English for IT, it's really impossible to learn English without practicing soft skills, because what top tech companies are looking for in their employees, they look a combination of good English, vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, blah, 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 and communication skills, you know, and that's what they want. That's what they're looking for. And guys, honestly, I'm here to ask you a very important question. Are you ready to become a better communicator in English? And by a better communicator, I mean grammar, vocabulary, speaking, writing, soft skills. Are you ready or not? Please let me know in the chat. You've been doing a great job in the chat, and I'm super, super excited for you, because I feel like this today can be the beginning of something really big and important for you. So ready. Yeah, absolutely. I'm so ready for you. So here's the thing. When you say you're ready to become a better communicator, are you ready to work on it on your own, or do you want to work with the mentor? With a mentor like me, for example, right? Because we always have, in life, we always have a choice, right? We can do self-learning, but we need to remember that self-learning may take some time. So it's not going to be super fast, but most importantly, self-learning is difficult because you lose motivation really quickly. And it's hard for us to motivate ourselves. We need to be really strong personalities to motivate ourselves. That is why learning with somebody else means that you can learn faster, you will stay motivated, you will stay disciplined, because you have this, it's called accountability body, right? And you can achieve your goals. Of course, if you say that you can combine both of them, it's the best. This is my choice. You learn with the best, you learn with mentors, but you also do a lot of self-learning at the same time. And this is when you can actually progress. But I see that a lot of you are choosing the mentor. Do you want me to be a mentor? Do you want me to tell you more about my flagship program? And this is another new word for you, flagship. Write it down, please. Flagship means the main, the most important, about our flagship program. Yes, you want me to be your mentor. And I see Vlad is ready for a discount. Absolutely. But before we get to pricing, I would like to introduce you my flagship program, which is English for Tech. This is a course with brand new modern content for your better progress, for faster results, and for stronger English and soft skills. Here I have 5 reasons for you to join the course. First of all, like I said, your goal is not to improve English grammar or learn more English words. Your goal is to get a higher salary and a better job. That's why you want to join the course. The goal for you to join the course is not English. It's better job, better life, right? Higher salary. You want to join the course if you don't have a lot of time, because you don't know. This course is really unique because I used a unique methodology preparing the course. I will tell you in a minute. You don't need a lot of time. You only need 30 minutes a day. That's it. If you want quick results, this course is for you. If you want to speak English, not just to learn it, this course is for you. If you want to achieve your goals, this course is for you. Trust me. This course is not for you if your level of English is elementary and you didn't understand anything I said during this webinar. If you stayed till this moment during this webinar, this course is for you. It means it's for you. Even if you didn't understand everything, it doesn't matter. That's why you're joining the course. This course is not for you if you don't want to be successful. Trust me. Everyone who joins the course are successful people. Now, I told you about our unique methodology that I used when creating the course. It's called bite-sized learning technique. It means that you receive small portions of information every day, and in 2 months' time, and this is how long the program is, 2 months, in 2 months' time, you feel that progress and you're not tired, you're not demotivated, because you see, like, look at this picture with apple. Can you eat an apple whole? No, you will die probably. Well, maybe not die, but you will choke. Another new word for you. Write it down. At the end of the webinar, we will count how many words you have. Yeah, so yeah, that's why you're biting. That's how we're learning English. So every day you will receive a short video, like 5-minute video, 5-minute long video, a quick exercise, but you will need to practice every day, and this is how you will improve. And by the end of the course, you will develop a habit, an everyday habit of learning English, and you will make English part of your life, because this is the best way to learn English. Make English part of your life so that you don't need to formally study it all the time, you know. By the end of the course, you will have improved all these skills that we have discussed today: vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, speaking, writing, and soft skills. And finally, you will become an effective communicator. This is why you're here. This is why you joined this webinar. Now, like I said, the course is about 2 months. I said 2 months, but actually it's 7 weeks. We will give you 2 weeks extra in case something happened in your life and you couldn't, you know, you fell behind and now you need to catch up, right? So the course starts today, guys. Today, after the webinar, you get the course and you start learning today. Everything's online. However, of course, everything's online, but there are different packages that you can get with this course, right? But before that, let me share with you a little bit about the program of the course. Like, this is a flagship course for the tech industry, right? So that is what, by the way, have you noticed how I said the tech industry? This is a flagship course for the tech industry, right? Not just tech industry articles. So we have 7 modules, 6 main modules, and the 7th module is a bonus that will help you prepare for a job interview, for a better job. So this course is not just about learning English for IT, it's also your ticket to prepare for a job interview. And for example, each module practices all skills that we have discussed today. Each module covers vocabulary, grammar, case study, pronunciation, soft skills, speaking, or writing. Of course, we have happy customers. We have happy people. We have Kate, who successfully completed the English for Tech, and now she's happy to communicate effectively with her team and her clients. And we have Irina, who upgraded her speaking skills, of course, and pronunciation skills, and learned many things. So you can be just one of them. Inside the course, you can find various activities, video, audio lessons, and practice tasks. But you know, when you join the course, you are getting more than just you're getting more than just the course. You're getting the community with the free speaking clubs, with the free networking and speaking sessions. So this is definitely more. And of course, if you successfully complete the course, you'll get a certificate of successfully completing the course that you can share on LinkedIn, show your potential employers, show your colleagues, and just show the world that now you have become a better person right here. And like I said, there are several ways to join the course. You can pick a junior, middle, or senior packages. In junior package is a completely self-paced package, right? So you don't have the mentor here, you just have the tasks and you do all the tasks. With the middle package, you get all the tasks plus mentor support plus the opportunity to get a certificate. And with the senior package, you get all the course materials, you get the certificate, you get mentor support, you get the community access, and you get live classes in small groups every week with a teacher. So this is a difference here. And also with the senior package, you get technical support and you get personal job hunt assistance here. And at the end of the course, you will have a meeting with me where we'll have a one-on-one meeting, and I will share, you will share your experience, and you will be able to ask me questions. I will be able to coach you a little bit if you are ready. So which package are you looking into? Tell me, please. And which package are you looking into? And if you're ready to change your career and your life for the better, you will find the link now in the chat. And only, guys, today we are giving you 30% off on any package. So please pick your package. Tell me which package you're interested in and grab your discount. If you're not sure, let's say you're not sure, you still complete the form online on the website. You will find the website now in the chat, but also let me share with you the website here as well. Okay. Here's yeah, so you can see the offer in the chat, and you can see the link in the chat. If you're not sure which package you want, still apply, fill in the form, and our manager will reach out to you and will help you decide. But at least when you fill out the form, you will reserve a spot, because we have a limited number of spots. We have only 20 spots available, but we have so many people now here in the chat watching. So I'm really hoping that you guys book your spot and join us on time. So like I said, if you don't want mentor support, choose junior. If you want mentor support, access to private community, and certificate of completion at the end, choose middle. If you want extra group classes and technical support, a personal motivator, choose the senior package. So that's what you should choose from. Now think about this. Yeah, go for it. Senior, junior. I personally love senior because I can meet you in person during the lesson. So for example, like tomorrow I will have a lesson with my senior group, and I will be teaching them how to present themselves to potential employers, to clients, how to pitch themselves. So this is an opportunity to have a lesson with me in a small group and with other English for IT teachers. So I personally like senior. I mean, some people are okay with junior because they like independent learning, but this material is amazing. You still get all the material, you still get all the lessons, all the tasks, all the videos. Now, the value you get is actually more than you pay for. Like I said, you pay for the course, but you get the community, you get free speaking clubs, you get free networking sessions, you get a chance to improve your English in just 2 months, right? Because you need to spend only 20 minutes a day. And this is the only course in the world that will offer this opportunity. And you may have a salary increase as much as 30 to 50%. Now, what's next? Click join the course, follow the link, click join the course, choose your package, register for the course, get 30% off. Like I said, if you're not sure about the package, still register. We will reach out to you and help you decide and book your 30% off. And you will get 6 months access and lifelong access to our community perks. And finally, guys, do you have any questions? And tell me, how many words do you have written down? How many words do you have written down, please? I want to know, how many words do you have written down? How many words have you learned in just 1 hour with me? Imagine if you were able to learn so many new words in just 1 hour with me. Imagine how much you will learn if you join my course or if you come to like my group lessons. Yay. Okay, somebody's going to Z. 16 new words. Oh my God. Imagine 1 hour, 16 new words, 15 new words, 10 new words, a lot new words. Even if it's only 3 or 5, it doesn't matter. It's better than nothing. So thank yourself for finding the time to join the webinar. Thank yourself for wanting to become a better version of yourself. But also, guys, with all these new words that you have just written down, I don't want you just like to forget to like, to like, okay, done, bye. I don't want you to do that. I want you to create your sentences, using these new words, new expressions, and this is how you will memorize them. And of course, please share about your experience during this webinar online on Instagram. Tag me. I'll be happy to repost you. I'll be happy to read your feedback because I've been working on this webinar for during New Year's Eve, on New Year's Eve, preparing this webinar. So I'm really, I hope it was really productive for everyone. Thank you so much. That's a wrap. Okay, this is a final word for your notebook. That's a wrap means that's it. We're finishing. That's it. That's a wrap, right? So that's a wrap. Thank you so much. And please follow English Fried Tea, and I'll see you next time. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining, and thank you for wanting to become a better version of yourself. You're the best. Bye.